Over in France, French President Emmanuel Macron refuses to back down over the pension age rise. Now, the defiant leader wants the pension bill plan implemented by the end of the year, regardless of how unpopular he is. Our Do-yeon with the report.
In Paris, some streets are in flames as protesters on Wednesday ramp up their show of discontent over pension reforms. This is a response to French President Emmanuel Macron saying that he's adamant about raising the country's retirement age from 62 to 64 by the year 2030, despite the public anger.
As I speak to you right now, do you think I enjoyed doing this reform? No. Do you think I could have done the same as many others before me and swept the dust under the rug? Yes, maybe. But the reality is today there's one thing I regret. It's that we weren't able to inform of the constraints and more specifically the need to undergo this reform.
While the protests were largely peaceful when President Macron first proposed the plan, but following his decision to push the bill through without a parliamentary vote last week and subsequently surviving 2 no-confidence votes, the situation in parts of the country has gone downhill. And Macron on Wednesday faced the cameras for the first time since then, where he said he understood the public's anger but condemned violent protests. But above all, he made it clear that the system has to be changed.
When I entered into my working life, there were 10 million retirees. Now there are 17 million. In the 2030s, there will be 20 million. Do you think that we can continue with the same laws?
The bill is now in the hands of the French Constitutional Council or the country's constitutional court. The judges will be looking into the law over the coming weeks, and it can only be passed with their approval. Macron says the bill needs to be enacted before the end of the year. In the meantime, French unions have announced more protests and call for people to join in. High-speed and regional trains, the Paris Metro, and other public transportation in major cities were expected to be disrupted. Do-yeon, Arirang News.